Hello everybody, and welcome back to Julie's Orchids. So this is kind of an unboxing, other than the fact that I've already opened the box and taken some of the stuff out. So 2 more flasks came in the mail, and I purchased these from an eBay seller. Here's the one flask that looks okay. It's gonna get open tonight because, yeah, it's okay. But I'm leaving you with the obvious remains of the day. So this is the remains of the flask. That's what it's supposed to be. So I'm thinking my only saving grace is these tubers that maybe they'll grow. I think that one there maybe has some life in it. You can just see the rot, the filth, the stench, and the broken glass. So I'm obviously unhappy. I think I've basically thrown away the money on this one. We'll try. I planted the little tubers as best I could. And yeah, wish me luck on this one. I took a little moment to basically come home from work. So I came home from work, got the mail, heard something sus in the box. So I came in and put my bag down and opened the box, and well, you guys saw earlier. So now we're going to get violent. We're going to break that flask because there's absolutely no way I'm getting these guys out of here through that hole. So I got a towel, my hammer, some newspaper to protect my dining table. However, that point is a bit moot at this stage because I've already got glass all over it from opening said box. So yeah, let's get set up. So this hammer here has an interesting backstory on how I came to acquire that hammer. My first apartment I rented here in Perth was burgled through a downstairs window. The only downstairs window that didn't have metal bars on them, which when I moved here I thought was interesting because it's something I'd not really seen before, but they have those decorative metal bars on most windows if you live near the city center. And my first apartment here was a 5-minute walk to the city center. It was a great location, but there was a lot of homeless, and your stuff got broken into, car got broken into, house got broken into, and that's where we go to this hammer and how I came to possess it. I was asleep on the lounge having a nice afternoon snooze with that said window open, and evidently somebody, don't know who it was going to burgle the place, because when I woke up from my nap, because I heard something, I saw someone leaving out the back door. Now that window was slightly askew, and it was a ground floor window, and you could easily, I guess, step from outside through the window because it was quite a long, tall window and situated fairly low on the wall because it, sorry, low on the wall because of how tall the window was. So we got that there. And evidently, instead of breaking the window with this knife, or picking the lock of the window with 2 different screwdrivers, which are now in my possession as well. He just lifted the screen off and came right in and stole my wallet out of my bag, stole my daughter's prescription of female hormones, and a 1/5 of a bottle of Jack Daniels, and went out the back door. So I guess it was fortunate that he didn't use this hammer to break glass, which is what we're going to do today. So now, as you can see, there's a bit here at the bottom that doesn't have any plants. That's my target. And I have this nice striped tea towel that I use for painting and general stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this stripe as my aim for where I'm going to thwack this at. So I'm just going to line it up right about there. And the goal is to hit somewhere right here on this lip. So actually maybe I should line it up more right there. So yeah, that way I'll know that the end of the blue line is where I need to thwack it to get to that lip. Because I think if I thwack it there, it'll break off cleanly. That's our hope. So yeah, I'm not the hammerist of persons. I don't really like banging things and hammering things. It makes me jump. I don't like drilling things. Power tools scare me. However, lawnmowers and whippersnippers, aka in America, weed whacker, are fine. But drills, hammers, and the lot, screwdrivers are fine. But these things, they kind of scare me. So let's make sure this is all lined up here good. And give it a thwack. And I got it. Oh, that wasn't too terribly bad. All right. So pull some of these bigger chunks off the plants. Looking that bit. Ooh. I guess I should have thought to remove the tape first. Well, I'll know that for next time. And there will be a next time because I've got 2 more flasks coming. I know it's a bit ambitious, isn't it? But why the heck not? So again, this is Oeceoclades maculata. Can I get this off of here? Oh, not too bad. And now let's get this off there. And we'll pull that off there. Oh. Put that there. And now I'm going to wash the little glass shards off my hands, my fingers, before we go much further. Be right back. All right, I'm back. So what I'm going to do now is try to pull the little babies out of the broken glass so I can clean the rest of the glass up. And I left my bowl of water in the kitchen. I'll be right back. All right, we've got our bowl of water back, and this is just room temperature water that I've already filtered. And you can see here that that's a bit scary. So we're gonna try to pull these out. And I'm hoping that we can get in here and get the whole lot to come out in one good pull. Oh, I'd say score. So we've got those all out. And now what I'm going to do is clean up the broken glass. Be right back. And we're back. So let's start rinsing these babies off. There's not much of the agar left, and let's be honest with you, the roots, they look pretty good. I'm a bit daunted at how to break these apart. Well, that one came off by itself, a little tiny one. There's another little tiny one. Keep those off to the side. This one looks like there's a new growth with a new root. I'm just pulling off the dead stuff and the little bits of agar. I think not looking too bad. I think if I can get this to come apart in the middle or somehow slowly work these little guys free. Oh, that's a really long root there, but get some of this agar out of there. It's trying to come apart. Let's see what we can do if we flip it over. Okay, so I think you guys can see that this is being a bit difficult. And I think what I'm going to do is work on separating these out a little bit better. But you can get a general gist of, well, the roots of these aren't looking too bad, and so far I'm having much better luck with this one than the other one. This looks dead, so I'm going to pull that off. Might regret that. This right here. Well, it looks like there's a new little something growing right there. And that one looks pretty good. So I'm pulling the bigger ones aside from the smaller ones because that'll make it easier to keep track of them. And I don't want to pull too hard on these little guys. They've traveled across the continent, but I do want to get some of these sort of decaying leaves off here a bit. Just gently giving them a little pull, and they seem to be coming off okay. I'm being very careful of the little roots. And a little piece of agar stuck in there. Can I get that off? So I'm not going to be overly pedantic about picking too hard at these to get these little bits off. These guys have had a rough go of it. But I am going to leave you at that and finish up this task. That took me an hour and a half. So there was a lot of them in there, which I guess kind of makes up for the other flask, however, not really. So there's 45 plants in here, and there was about 8 or 9 of them that just weren't in any way, shape, or form gonna make it. They were rotted. So I gave everybody a spritz down with some hydrogen peroxide, let them fizzle away for a little bit, and then I potted them up. And so what I've got on the bottom here is basically I'm layering the medium. So small grade Orchiata bark, a layer of moss. On top of the moss, I put the plants, and then I layered moss on top of their roots. And then I covered everything with small Orchiata bark. And yeah, so now we wait and see. This one's leaf tip here is kind of yucky, but I'm leaving that. And unfortunately there was some dusty stuff in my pine bark, or my Orchiata bark. I'm getting to the end of the bag, so it gets dusty. But yeah, so this flask I think I have higher hopes for. If any of the pectinaras live, I'll be quite happy. Well, if any of my orchid seedlings live, I'll be quite happy. So again, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. A subscribe would be nice. And I hope everyone has a happy, healthy, and lovely day. Thanks for watching.